Hey, today we're going to be talking about what Bitcoin is. Alright, so Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. All cryptocurrencies run on a technology called blockchain technology. Blockchain is a decentralized technology spread across many computers that manages and records transactions. So, what's special about blockchain? Well, blockchain does not store any of its information in a central location. Instead, the blockchain is copied and spread across a network of computers. Whenever a new block is added to the blockchain, which means someone did a transaction, every computer on the network updates its blockchain to reflect the changes. This allows for a layer of security because, unlike banks or companies, which have a centralized ledger, which means all of its information is held in one place, blockchain allows for no one to hold all the information, which means it can be a trusted system. The more people use the system, make it stronger because more people use and keep track of it. So you're probably wondering how blockchain is secure if there isn't a central group of people that are looking after all this information. Well, the network is protected using cryptography. This means all the transactions are encoded. Well, an example would be, so let's say John wants to send James 3 Bitcoin. Instead of showing the network that John sent James 3 Bitcoin, it would show a long list of letters and numbers sent 3 Bitcoin to another long list of numbers. This allows people on the network to stay anonymous. So you cannot really see what happens, but you know something happens. You know a transaction happens, but you can't track who did the transaction. This is the beauty of blockchain technology. It is basically a massive ledger or accounting system that is owned by everybody, unlike the old-fashioned way where it's usually owned by one company. So Bitcoin works by using something called proof of work. So proof of work is one way a network can get consensus. Consensus means a general agreement, and how proof of work works is basically miners on a network will compete against each other in solving complex math puzzles. These puzzles are difficult to solve but easy to verify the correct solution. Once the miner has found the right solution to the puzzle, they will be able to broadcast the right answer or block to the network, and all of the miners will then verify that the solution is correct. In the photo, you can see the network is sending the miners a puzzle. The miner then sends their solutions to the puzzle back to the network for it to be checked. Whichever miner gets it right gets sent a reward for being correct. This is a good way to incentivize miners to get the answer correct and also protect the network because then they will get rewarded if they do a good job. So how does this reward system work? Well, the reward gets cut in half roughly every 4 years. This is called a halving. So you can see the first halving happened after Bitcoin was created. It's right here. And then the original reward was 50 Bitcoin every time a block was added to the blockchain. Then the first halving happened in 2012. Then it was 25 Bitcoin. Then the second halving happened, which was in 2016, which then made it 12.5 Bitcoin. And then the third halving happened, which was the most recent in 2020, which brought the reward down to 6.25 for every block added to the blockchain. This is going to keep going down until 2140, which is the last halving, until all Bitcoin are mined. Okay? You can just see, here's another photo just to show you. Alright, so why was Bitcoin created? Bitcoin was created as a response to the 2008 financial crisis and the financial world's reliance on banks as intermediaries. This means after the 2008 financial crisis, when everything went down really fast, and people figured out that it was because banks were overusing leverage and doing bad things, someone named Satoshi Nakamoto decided to create Bitcoin. Alright, so what is Bitcoin's purpose? Well, Bitcoin is a store of value. A store of value is an asset that maintains its value without depreciating. An example of something that is a store of value is gold. As you can see, gold's price continually goes up. It has some run-ups and it has some dips, but overall it goes up. You can see Bitcoin's price, it's a store of value because it does not depreciate. That means its value only goes up. It's had some run-ups and also has some dips, but it overall only goes up. So, who created Bitcoin? I already told you this. His name was Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't really know who he is, technically. We don't know if he's a person or a group. The only thing we have from Satoshi is emails he wrote over 10 years ago to early Bitcoin users. Here's one of his emails now. He also has 1 million Bitcoin, which is a lot, and I'll tell you why that's important. So, some of the properties of Bitcoin is that there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin, because in his source code it is written that there will only be a finite amount of 21 million. Unlike fiat money that can be just printed, and unlike gold that can be extracted from the ground, Bitcoin has a hard cap of 21 million. That means as demand rises, the value of each coin will rise because there's only a limited amount of Bitcoin. And at the beginning, Satoshi gave himself 1 million, and it is said to be believed that those 1 million Bitcoin are lost forever, that because either Satoshi is dead or he just doesn't know his password or whatever, that he lost all the Bitcoin. So technically there's only 20 million Bitcoin left, but we don't know what happened to Satoshi's 1 million. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or you want me to do a video, just let me know.